Our question is, in a factory, 5000 units are introduced into a process at a cost of rupees 1 lakh. The total additional expenditure incurred by the process is rupees 1 lakh 65,000. From the past experience, it is calculated that of the units introduced, 20% are normally spoiled in the course of manufacture. This possess a scrap value of rupees 5 per unit. Prepare process account if the output is as follows: 4000 units, 3500 units, 4200 units. Assume that abnormal wastage possess the same scrap value as the normal wastage. Okay, now we will start our answer from the table. Here we will write debit, credit, process account. Here particulars, unit, rupees, particulars, unit, rupees. Okay, as it was said, 4000 units produced. Here we will write 4000 units produced. Okay, now in the first line it was written, in a factory 5000 units are introduced. Okay, so here we will write 2 units introduced 5000 at a cost of rupees 1 lakh. Next, the total additional expenditure incurred by the process is rupees 1 lakh 65,000. So expenditure will be written on the debit side. To additional expenditure, here dash, it was given in rupees, so we will write 1 lakh 65,000. Okay, now from the past experience, it is calculated that of the units introduced, 20% are normally spoiled in the course of manufacture. Okay, so 20%, here we will write by normal wastage 5000 into 20%, that will come to 1000. Okay, here it was further given, this possess a scrap value of rupees 5 per unit. So 1000 into 5, that is 5000. Okay, now it was 4000 units produced, so output should be 4000. Here if we calculate 5000 units introduced minus normal wastage 1000, then it would come 4000. Okay, this was by output or by transfer to another account. Now we have to calculate per unit. Okay, for that we will count normal output first. Equals to units introduced minus normal wastage Second, normal cost of normal output per unit equals to total expenses minus scrap value of normal wastage divide by normal output, which we have calculated in the first step. Total expenditure. So total expenditure will become 1,65,000 and plus 1 lakh, that will come to 2,65,000 minus this side total normal wastage, scrap value of normal wastage, that is 5,000, divide by normal output, which we had counted in first point. So this will become rupees 65 per unit. This 65 per unit we will count here as a transfer to next process account. 4,000 into 65, that will come to 2,60,000. Okay, now we will calculate. So both the side is tallied. 2,65,000, 5,000, okay. Now we will calculate for point B. So start writing from process account. 3,500 units produced. Okay, this is not a new question, this is same question, but we have to calculate according to the units produced. Okay, so here also units introduced will be same. 5,000 units, rupees 1 lakh. Here by normal wastage, 1,000 multiplied by 5, that is per unit of it, equals to 5,000. Here 2 additional expense, that is 1,65,000. But here process account 3,500 units produced. Here it was 4,000. Okay, so if we calculate units introduced 5,000 minus 1,000, it would become 4,000, which is same. But here if we calculate normal output, then it is units introduced minus normal wastage, 4,000, but units produced is 3,500. So we will calculate first. Normal output, units introduced minus normal wastage, equals to 5,000 units minus 1000 units, which will come to 4000 units. Okay, actual output 3500 units. So here we will write abnormal waste equals to normal output minus actual output. Normal output is 4000 minus 3500 actual output equals to 500 units is abnormal wastage. Okay, now here we will write by abnormal wastage 500 units and by transfer to next process account would be 3500, means this one units produced. Here also we have to count a per unit value. Okay, so fourth point, normal cost of normal per unit, that is total expenditure minus scrap value of normal wastage divided by normal output. Total expenditure means this side of total, that is 2,65,000 minus scrap value of normal wastage. Remember, scrap value, not in units. Scrap value, that is 5,000 divided by normal output, that is 4000 units. It will also come to rupees 65 per unit. Okay, now we have to calculate abnormal wastage into 500 into 65 and 3500 into 65. Okay, here it will come 32,500 and here it will come 2,27,500. Okay, so both the sides will get tallied. The next point is process account for 4200 units produced. Okay, here I had written units introduced, normal wastage and additional expenditure, which is MES process account earlier we have done. Okay, here the question is, we generally take out units introduced minus normal wastage equals to normal output, which is 4000 here comes, but here units produced is more than normal output, so we have to calculate it in the following ways. First, normal output, as earlier, units introduced minus normal wastage, which will come to 4000 units. Second, actual output, which is 4200 units. Okay, earlier point we had written abnormal wastage, but here actual output is more than normal output. Okay, so here we will write gain will come to 4200 minus 4000 equals to 200 units. Okay, this abnormal gain will be written on the debit side. Okay, so 2 abnormal gain, which is 200 units, and here we will write our normal output or by transfer to next process account, okay, which is 4000 units. Here also we have to calculate per unit, okay. So fourth, normal cost of normal output equals to total expenditure minus scrap value of normal wastage divide by normal output, okay. Here our total expenditure is total of this 2,65,000 minus scrap value 5,000, normal output 4,000 units. Normal output is the deduction of units introduced minus normal wastage, which will come to 4,000 units. Okay, here also we will get rupees 65 per unit. We will calculate 65 here also and here also. Okay, 4,000 multiplied by rupees 65 per unit. Here also rupees 65 per unit, which will come here 13,000. Here it will come 2,73,000. The total will become to 2,78,000. Here 5,000 units. Here also 5,000 units and 2,78,000. Okay, so from one question only we get about abnormal gain, abnormal wastage and here normal wastage. Okay, thank you.